It's 11 o'clock here in Seoul. I'm Devin Whiting coming to you live from the Arirang newsroom, and we're breaking into our regular programming to bring you the latest briefing from the South Korean health authorities. That should start momentarily, and we'll get some information on the new number of cases as well as the death toll. We understand that there have been no new cases originating from Korea domestically. However, there have been some coming in from abroad. Today we'll be hearing about that, as well as the new measures being taken by the South Korean government, which include, starting Wednesday, there have been social distancing measures in place, but that will change starting tomorrow with a new set of measures that we'll hear about now. Let's take a listen.
We also have sign language translation available. First of all, here is Mr. Kim Kang-nip with the briefing on coronavirus outbreak. Let us now begin our regular briefing for May 5th, Children's Day. As of today midnight, we have 3 new cases, and we have a total of 1,267 people in quarantine undergoing treatment. Unfortunately, we had 2 more fatalities yesterday. I extend my deepest condolences to the deceased. We had 3 new cases yesterday, and all of them were imported cases, meaning that we had 0 cases of community infection. Among these 3 cases, 2 have been reported at the airport quarantine, while 1 have been reported on a community level. This morning, Health Minister Bang Nung-hoo presided over a KCC meeting, and we discussed issues together with the other ministries, and he touched upon the issues of social distancing in daily life and the measures to promote them to the public. And Health Minister Bang Nung-hoo said that as we celebrate the Children's Day today, we need to help secure their smiles on their faces, and we need to act as a community to protect them as a whole against the COVID-19 outbreak. And he also extended his gratitude to the children who are also active agents of quarantine in these outbreak. And he said that in order to overcome this outbreak, we have established the KCDC, and today marks the 100th day of such establishment. And also this is the 200th briefing the government is implementing. And he also thanked all of the media for the transparent reporting. And he also thanked all of the municipalities for their close cooperation. Tomorrow is our transitioning into the everyday social distancing measures, and it's the first day. And transitioning into everyday social distancing measures does not mean that we will be going back to the pre-COVID-19 days. However, we are making new norms and new culture. And it is about guaranteeing social and economic activities while individuals and the society as a whole become responsible agents of disinfection and quarantine. This is a new step we are taking, and it's unprecedented as of now. And therefore, the government is taking its utmost efforts to prepare for such measures by listening to the opinions of the public. First of all, we would like the public to be disciplined with the 5 everyday infection prevention rules for everyone, and we will continue to cooperate and communicate with the public. The 12 ministries have disclosed 31 guidelines for locations and for situations, and we will also be listening to the experts' opinion to supplement them if necessary. And after we transition into the everyday quarantine life, we will be phasing the openings of other facilities nationwide. Up until now, we have opened the outdoor facilities, including forest parks as well as outdoor parks, and they are abiding by our quarantine measures. And we also opened the doors for the indoor facilities starting from May 6th. We will be opening them phasely. and they include art museums and national museums nationwide. And we also will establish a TF team, which consists of pan-government efforts, and we will be carrying out close monitoring in all corners of the country. And as we need the innovative ideas of the public to make these quarantine guidelines better, we would like to ask the public to participate going forward. And next is the decrease in the number of infectious disease designated hospitals. And after we discussed and reviewed our plans of decreasing these numbers, and we have decreased the number of 500 beds, and we also as a total, we decreased the number of hospital beds by over 1,200. And this comes as the COVID-19 situation is being stabilized to a certain extent here in Korea. And we are also considering the financial situations as well as the operations of the hospital beds nationwide. And as of May 5th, there are about 5,000 beds in the nationwide, and we also identified that there are 4,600 beds which are available for the patients immediately. And we have discussed with the municipalities, and together with them, we will be easing 7 more hospitals from these designated hospitals, and which will be reducing the hospital beds by additional 1,700. And this will make our hospital beds to 3,800, and about 2,400 of them will be available for immediate patients. And also we will consider the outbreak in Daegu and Gyeongbuk province, and we will gradually decrease such numbers in these areas as well. And as we have a decrease in the number of on-day increase of the confirmed patients below 50, we believe that these hospital beds will be adjusted to about 1,500 to 2,000 on a nationwide basis. And also, if we need to continue to treat these COVID-19 patients, we will designate more hospitals as the COVID-19 hospitals if we see the need in the near future. The government, ever since we have reported of the first case of COVID-19 here in the country on January 20th, we have carried out our first briefing. And aside from the general elections, we have held 2 times of briefings every day. And today, the afternoon briefing will mark the 200th government briefing. And above all, I take this opportunity to thank all members of the press for your transparent reporting. And thanks to your help, we were able to report our conditions and situations very transparently to the public. And at such crises, we believe that transparent communication is of utmost importance with the public. And today is a national holiday, but many of the members of the press are exerting their full efforts to deliver fair and transparent information to the public. I thank them once again. Going forward, the government will utilize various methods, and we will make full efforts to transparently disclose any of the information on COVID-19 to the public. And we also continue to ask the press to continue and participate in our efforts going forward. Today is Children's Day, May 5th, and we believe that Children's Day during this Children's Day, children are full with and excited with new hopes. And I believe that parents are concerned of how they need to entertain and amuse their children. And I believe that many of the events are canceled, and I believe that many of the children could be disappointed. However, we are having the National Baseball League starting from today with no audiences, and I believe that you can enjoy these games at your respective homes. I believe that amusement parks and as well as outdoor parks will be visited by many people. However, you need to keep your quarantine measures by wearing your masks and washing of your hands when you visit these places. And starting from May 13th, our children will be going to schools and kindergartens on a phasal basis. And I believe that many of the parents have exerted their full efforts at home taking care of their kids, and many of the teachers have also exerted their full efforts to carry out online classes. I thank them once again. I believe their new school year will be different from the past. However, I hope that they can enjoy their precious time with their friends and teachers, and this calls for our utmost efforts. Our future lies in the hands of our children, and I hope that the COVID-19 outbreak is not engraved in them as traumatic experiences or very disappointing experiences. I ask the children to help cooperate with our nationwide efforts to help us combat COVID-19. And today is the very last day of the enhanced social distancing measures, and we will be moving towards a new set of guidelines starting from today. However, we ask the public to continue to keep the distancing in daily lives going forward. Thank you very much.
That'll conclude our coverage of this briefing. There's another one scheduled this afternoon at 2:10 p.m. We'll bring that to you live as well. Arirang News will be back at the top of the hour. Bye for now.